Okay, I just completed quite the task that started yesterday, and I just sort of put up the preliminary shade cloth in anticipation for the next few days. Forecasts are projecting anywhere from 105 to 110. 110 is problematic. 105, questionable. I think it would put some of the plants into shock. Maybe knock off some of the fruit a little early, or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I don't really want to take the chance with anything. The only thing I'm not protecting are my tomatoes, because they are warm-loving crops, and the problem with tomatoes is when it's just early in the season and they're just flowering before they've set fruit. But I've heard online that once the tomatoes are set, they should be safe from the heat. Now, that's not to say they won't get scalded, so I'll be keeping an eye on them, but hopefully it's not the case, because they're just starting to turn. I've got my first ripened tomato I picked today, and I would be pretty sad to lose that crop of beautiful tomatoes. But everything else has some level of protection, except the onion patch and the zucchini, because I think they're going to be fine. I'm not worried about them, and I don't have the energy to cover them. I'm really not worried, especially the zucchini. They love hot weather, so. But yeah, you can see the cucumber patch and the foxglove are being protected. The corner there where I have some kale plants and newly transplanted parsley. And then over here, mainly garden bed 2, I've really gone over and above to protect my flowers. I didn't know if they'd be okay or not. I didn't want to take the chance of them getting fried, and I didn't shade them completely, so they're still getting sunshine, but I definitely am giving them a little buffer from the heat. It's going to be pretty hot, so. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. The bees are still finding the flowers just fine, and I think the shade cloth is nice because it's giving the bees a little shade as they feed and collect their pollen. So we'll see how this goes. I feel pretty good about it, but yesterday was the preparation of, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but these really tall stakes are bamboo stakes. I dug a hole for each one of them and filled it with wet mud to sort of cement them in, and then I strung string. I can't wait to design a raised garden bed area, I should say, that sort of has these sorts of things built in. That's definitely goals for the future. I'm just working with what I have though right now in my early days of gardening, and it's working. I'm really grateful for the bamboo patch. Makes all the difference for supplies. I'm able to get all this free staking material, which is really great. And if you catch the bamboo when it's young, you can bend it, like you can see over in bed 2 has those bendable, or those rounded pieces that have now dried in that position. So yeah, this is actually not even legitimate shade cloth. This is just some weed fabric that Dave picked up for free. It's a very thin plastic, it's very lightweight, and I had no intention of using it in the ground. I've heard that it can pollute the ground with microplastics, so I will say though, I'm using it for this right now, and it saved things earlier in the season when we had that insane heat wave where temperatures soared to 116 and it felt like an absolute oven out here. So I think I can safely go inside and not worry now for the next few days that things are protected. I have to say, the garden has just been such a respite for me lately with all of the stress going on in the world, and I'm not going to get into that, but this has really been the only place I can really come to and decompress from all of that. So this is really an effort to protect my mental health. It was a lot of work, but hopefully it's well worth it. And I'm learning. Maybe I'll learn that it's not necessary in the future, but maybe I'll learn that actually these steps really do help the plants and prolong their life and their health. So we'll see what happens, and yeah, I'll keep you posted.